Yeah, for months, we weren't allowed here at the Aldersgate Retirement Community or any other senior center, really. Too risky for the seniors who live here. But now that most of the seniors are vaxxed and the rules are relaxed, well, we're back. And like a lot of others, we're here to visit an old friend.
Life is not quite normal yet, but it's sure getting there.
George Moffitt says it's the familiar that feels good again after more than a year of COVID fear.
We are in danger.
Now we can go just about anywhere, and it's much more free. There's a community that develops. We've developed new friendships out of necessity. You know, we haven't seen the same people on a daily basis that we used to see. So you develop new friendships. I think we've strengthened. There's you look out for one another, and that's been strengthened. This has been the safest place you could be in Charlotte. Okay, got it?
Thank you.
All right, continue on.
We first met George more than a year ago when there was no coronavirus yet to be safe from.
That's a good shot, good shot, good shot. Okay.
No reason then here at George's retirement center to avoid group activities.
There's a caliper that goes on the end of it.
Or to miss meals with his friends in the dining room. No reason not to reach out with a hug or a handshake.
Quay, hi. Good to see you.
How you doing?
But that was before COVID came along and gave us all a reason not to do what we used to do.
Nobody's hugged anybody yet, or a handshake, or it's all the elbow or the whatever. No, you communicated through a window, or there were no hugs, and it was hard, but we got used to it and coped with it. We Zoomed for everything.
Well, it's sort of like being in solitary confinement, but you have your own kitchen.
Our Zoom interview with George came when COVID was at its worst, when retirement centers were on full lockdown, with seniors isolated from family and friends on the outside.
We're not allowed to go anywhere. We're not allowed to leave the campus.
And isolated from each other on the inside.
How you doing, Mr. Marquez? I'm all right.
Even casual contact in the retirement home hallways was off limits.
We're not allowed to visit one another. We have to stay 6 feet apart. I have a chronic heart disease and I have leukemia. And so my immune system is less than perfect for sure. And I'd like to hug somebody or whatever, shake a hand, but I can't do that. I can't take the risk.
You're trying to stay physically healthy, but there's mental health that's...
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of people were depressed or despondent. We've survived it very well. We've all grown stronger because of it, I think. We lost a few folks, yes. We miss them. And looking ahead, it's still not over.
We were here about a year ago talking about the challenges of going into isolation. Now, finally, the seniors are coming out of isolation.
It's been, stimulus overload, so I can imagine as somebody in their 70s and 80s, it's even more pronounced. How are we going to navigate that?
Dr. Lyndall Hare is a gerontologist and co-founder of Charlotte's Acting Our Age project, working with groups of seniors before COVID to share their life stories, not just at home with family and friends, but on a stage.
I wish I had known at 25 what I know at 86.
In a theater.
I never expected to live this long. I thought being in your 90s meant, you're gone.
Before an audience.
But you can't dwell on that. You gotta just keep going and see what happens.
Now, Acting Our Age is asking a new group of seniors to tell their COVID stories for a documentary film project.
This is going to be focused on their experience of the last year, as well as obviously their whole life, to continue the conversation about, now that we're coming out of this, that I'm going to be stepping into a world that's very different.
Life will be different, but hopefully we make it a good different, and appreciate what we have.
That first hug, that first handshake is going to be, that's going to be the special one, I suppose.
Those close-in kind of things, that's when you know you're back to normal. When you can have your family sitting around a table in your dining room, when you can do that like you used to do it, that'll tell us we're pretty normal.
Thanks again, Mr. Moffett. We appreciate it. Yeah, getting back to pretty normal is something we all want, I guess. But George says all those not so normal Zoom calls actually brought his family closer together. For example, his oldest son, who lives across the country, well, every Sunday night, George and his son share a drink together via Zoom. George calls it his cocktail party. A lot of seniors who didn't know much or care much about technology before COVID, now realizing it's still a way to stay in touch with your family, even after COVID.
We hope you enjoyed the story. If you don't want to miss any more great stories about the Charlotte region, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.